Welcome to Nasdaq Trade Talks. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq. National Financial Literacy Month is celebrated in April, which is a great opportunity for us to check and promote our financial situation and skills. Joining me for this segment, we have Yann Barbarroux, CEO and Head of Analytics at Otonomi.ai, to discuss what decentralized finance and blockchain are and how they are being applied to today's technology and economy. Yann, it is great to see you again. Welcome back to Trade Talks.
Thanks a lot for having me. Very glad to be back.
All right, Yann, let's catch up on some NASDAQ news first. How has it been going with the cargo index you launched on NASDAQ about 2 months ago?
Yeah, thanks a lot. So as you can see from my background, so we've been proudly marketing the launch with on a day-to-day basis, and it's been pretty active past 60 days in the market. Actually, we just launched on MSN Money a few weeks ago, and we also talking to Bloomberg for their index product in a similar fashion. So it seems that adoption is kind of growing, and generally we had reverse inquiries from a variety of actors, hedge funds, asset managers, blockchain, crypto people, but also insurance and reinsurance.
The insurance industry has had mixed feelings regarding blockchain technology for the better part of the past 2 decades. Has the mindset evolved the past couple of years with mainstream crypto adoption? How's Otonomi been helping blockchain to get buy-in from insurers?
Yeah, so absolutely. I think the short answer is it's a mixed bag overall, but I mean it in a pretty productive way. There's been some organizations such as Accord that we are a member to, and also Restream that are essentially organizing consortiums and community around blockchain in the context of insurance specifically. In a lot of incumbents are actually working on their own verticals of developing blockchain. It's pretty silent. But overall, I think this has been a pretty conservative approach from the insurance sector when it comes to blockchain adoption. It's almost like they want to wake up one day and hope that blockchains could be perfect, secure, and reliable, and then adopted for their clients. And quite honestly, as a technologist, this is not the way you want to make a foray into new emerging tech such as blockchain, because it is a long road and it is an uphill battle. So the way we do it, and quite frankly, other startups in the space that are pretty talented, or even not even startups, like Lemonade has announced their blockchain into the climate space a couple of weeks ago. It's all about trying to actually going with the grind and kind of adopting slowly but surely with while being very aggressive with the technology. And there's 3 things that I wanted to highlight real quick is trying to keep hard going forward with automation using smart contract. The second one is going for a public solution as opposed to privatized and permission blockchain, and also looking forward to a DeFi solution within insurance.
And Yann, let's talk about newer asset classes. What's your take on the NFT market, and are you getting any interest from insurance incumbents?
So the short answer is it's probably not so much so far. There's been some kind of talks about NFT insurance, right? So kind of protecting NFT owners with insurance contract. To my taste, this is very early stage type of conversation in the same fashion as crypto insurance has been kind of in discussion for a couple of years. Now NFTs, in the concept of insurance assets, right? It is not just there yet, even though we believe that there's a future for it. But to go back to the basics, so the ERC 721 protocol within Ethereum, which is essentially non-fungible tokens interface, is actually well designed for several things. Initially, in the real estate and property market, people were looking at it to essentially replace with a digital version of deeds, right? So that was kind of the interesting use case. But this is heavily red taped and regulated, so it's very hard to move things in the space. Now, when we think about insurance, very similar concept can be adapted. So you can think about digital ownership of policies and also asset transfer that can be used using NFTs. And we're actually working on it these days, and we're very excited about the prospect.
And NFTs really were all the rage last year, and DeFi is becoming more part of our day-to-day vocabulary. We certainly have seen impressive growth. How do we need to think about DeFi in the context of insurance beyond lending and beyond payments?
Very good question. Yeah, so the one thing that you want to, the one pitfall that you don't want to fall in is trying to get like a top-down approach, saying, okay, DeFi is actually extremely popular for lending and payments, as you said. So why not insurance? Should be insurance turn after all. Well, so I want to go kind of more constructive and going on the bottom up basis and say we got to go back to the fundamental of what it means, right? So in the case of insurance products, those smart contract policies are well designed to automate and automatically adjudicate, claims, administer policies, and also essentially provide a fast, expedited claim settlement using digital wallets and whatnot. But the very interesting part that we're actually focusing on these days and trying to analyze that those financial products, those insurance policies actually have their own risk profile and their own capital requirements in order to collateralize those smart contract policies. And now you can think that the Uniswap, flash loan, or any type of lending product could be finding a place for insurance smart contract policy the way we build it. And we're looking forward to this possibility. And DeFi is actually an extremely exciting space to be developing in.
And in the last minute here, any other updates you'd like to share with us?
Yeah, so beyond the cargo insurance delay product that we launched on Nasdaq, we also just announced that we are accepted and selected for the Lloyd's Lab in London for their cohort number 8. And the topic that we're going to be developing is climate change and also supply chain disruptions. So we're very glad to be part of this cohort. And we're also going to be democratizing and socializing the idea of the delay index on Nasdaq, and everybody's going to be very excited about.
Yeah, look forward to hearing more about that, Yann. Appreciate the insight as always. Thanks for joining us on Trade Talks. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq.
Thanks a lot.